pretty, but it tastes great. Let's see if that still holds true today for Liz's Ugly Bakery. It's Rob and Liz on His Radio.
I hope so. I hope they're good. I will never probably make cannolis ever again. I was burned several times.
Is that what these things are? Okay.
Yes, these are cannolis. They are I had them in New York City years ago because I had them locally. And I was not a fan. And so somebody talked me into having one in New York. And like Ian said earlier, the first time he ever tried one, life was changed.
Oh, this is a life changer moment here, huh?
This is a life changer. And I made it with, I like mascarpone cheese better in desserts, but this is using ricotta cheese, which has a little bit of a different texture. But you mix it with powdered sugar. And on these cannolis, I have put chocolate chips, and I've also decorated them with pistachios.
So here's the thing. You'll see the entire Liz's Ugly Bakery. We take a trip into her bakery, her kitchen, at her home, and it's on the blog right now, Rob and Liz blog. That's at hisradio.com. So you'll be able to see their recipe and everything for these cannolis.
And even tips, because I found the recipe that I had chosen was not 100% correct. I had to fix it going in.
You fixed it?
I had to because it didn't call for enough water, enough moisture in the dough for the cannoli, and it was ending up to be breadcrumbs.
Okay.
So there's some tips in there.
A couple of these have like chocolate chips on them.
Yes.
And then mine has pistachios on it.
Yeah, and you can choose either one. So I would love for you to, I'm going to fill this cannoli while you do this with my piping bag. So if you want to watch that on the video, watch it live, you can see that and go back and watch it. But see, it's your piping bag. You've got the ricotta cheese filling in there. You just pipe it in the little cannoli shell, which is where I got burned. And there you go.
Nice.
How cute is that?
That is cool. What are you going to put on it?
I'll probably put pistachios.
Okay, go for
mine.
it.
Okay, I'm just going to do this one.
Ian and TJ are in our video department. They're our producers. They always do the taste test.
Yep.
So let's get their perspective. TJ? Oh, he's already eating it.
Oh, good.
It's in his mouth already.
Was it? He always takes a moment to think about it.
He does. So what do you think?
So,
this is bad news.
it's not bad.
Okay.
It's not terrible.
All good.
It's not terrible. That's what every woman wants to hear.
Yeah. It's not as sweet as I like things.
Okay.
But I think it's probably the ricotta cheese in there.
Yeah. And it's supposed to be.
And the texture's a little weird.
And that's because TJ is a texture guy.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, I'll eat the rest of it.
Okay. Well, that's good news because he doesn't always.
Okay. Ian.
Well, I personally think it's awesome. The filling is really good, and I am... What? Oh. Yeah, it's really good, and the filling is really good, and I had a feeling it would be.
Oh, wow.
So,
Dad joke.
Dad. He's not even a dad.
I couldn't help it, but no, really good. And this is my first time having... Excuse me. Got pistachio down my throat. This is my first time having pistachio on a dessert. And it got on my pants. It's really good.
Good. All right, Rob, it's your turn.
I'll take a little bite.
Yeah.
I'm ending my intermittent fast an hour early for you.
Okay,
So
take a
there
bite
you go.
right in there in the microphone. Was it crispy? Because it didn't sound crispy.
Oh, that's crap.
It didn't?
I like the pistachios.
Okay, It didn't crunch.
It's okay.
Well, they're supposed to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. They did yesterday. I think maybe they just sat too long.
Good. I like
it. Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I think the not being so sweet is good. And I think that's, in America, we put a lot of sugar in our desserts.
Yeah.
And I even backed off the sugar. She called for 4 cups of powdered sugar.
What'd you do?
I backed it to 3.
Oh, good. Well, it's not 4.
No. I mean, it's
good for you for backing off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you just
That
have a little
helps
bit in yours.
me.
Yeah.
Big time. Liz's Ugly Bakery. It might not look pretty, but it tastes great.
Right.
You'll see the whole recipe, everything, even a peek into Liz's kitchen on our website, hisradio.com. Just click on the Rob and Liz blog. You'll
Come
see
on
it
in.
all right there.
His Morning Crew.
What's this about Joanne Gaines? She's a writer now, is that right? It's Rob and Liz on His Radio.
This woman does everything, which is why so many of us love her. But Joanna Gaines is writing a kid's book now.
Oh, a children's book.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she's a mom of 5. she has the experience. And so she's taken that experience and, of course, her passion for children. And she's written a new book called The World Needs Who You Were Made to Be.
Did she illustrate it too?
I don't think she illustrated it.
For some reason, I would think she would be a great illustrator because of the way that they do those homes and stuff, and they have to write and do all the sketches or whatever engineers do when they're engineering a home.
Yeah, she has a certain eye for that, for sure, for design. But she said no matter who you are or where you're from or how old you are or what you look like or who you love or what the color is, the world needs you, you know? So this is a pretty cool thing that she's doing, and I love Joanna Gaines. I do. So
do you?
Yeah, I do. I just like her entire. I don't know. I hate to say aura. I don't like that word. But,
no, that's not
but
good.
her entire, just her outlook on life. There you go. But it made me start thinking about books that I read to my kids when they were
Good
little.
Night Moon.
Is that the one you read?
Good Night Moon. I still remember that.
Yeah.
The little old lady.
Yeah.
Saying something about shoe.
See, I never read that one to
You
my kid.
never read?
I know.
Oh, come on.
I
Really?
know. I'm going to have to. I read Love You Always or Love You Forever. I'm so sorry. I said it wrong. Love You Forever. And I bought that one because my daughter is pregnant with our first grandchild. I bought this book, Love You Forever.
Is that the one where the kid on the cover is near a toilet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know that one.
Yeah. And the mom's talking about, she's rocking the baby and singing, I love you for always and forever, and my baby you'll be. And then the story turns. No spoiler there, but it kind of turns at the end.
Oh, we won't let you in on the spoiler.
No, I'm not
going to spoil a
if you've
children's
not read-
book for you whatsoever.
His Morning Crew.
Hey, we're wondering about the memories of those children books that you are really fond of. 800-447-7234. Rob and Liz on His Radio. From Fixer Upper, Joanna Gaines writing her own children's book now that's coming out. I don't know if it's going to become an instant classic. Something tells me it just might.
It might.
Because it's Joanna Gaines.
Who doesn't love her?
It's Rob and Liz, His Morning Crew on His Radio. So we started thinking about the children's books that you really love and adore.
Love You Forever. That was our favorite. Rainbow Fish. But we had a text from Carolina come in. She said, and this is a popular book, Where the Wild Things Are. She said, at the end, my son would always say the mom made Max a grilled cheese and tomato soup because that was her son's favorite thing, too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, instantly
Nice.
identified. So, yeah, I love that.
That's so good. We're hearing from Tammy at 800-447-7234. What's that children's book for you, Tammy?
Charlotte's Web. My aunt bought me that book for my 10th birthday, and I never was much of a reader when I was a kid. She bought me that book, and I fell in love with it. To this day, I've read it to my children and my grandchildren, but that instilled a love of reading in me with that book.
I love that Wilbur and Charlotte. Wasn't it Wilbur?
Yes, some pig.
Oh.
See, I know the book. I've never read it.
Yeah, Charlotte was like
you have
Wilbur's
got to
mom.
read it. Oh, it's a wonderful story, and it's good for preteens and children as well.
And evidently, guys in their 50s.
Yeah, you have to read this
have
book
to
now.
read this thing,
Yes,
huh?
I'm going to go get you a copy of that so you can read Charlotte's Web this weekend.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
Bringing back a lot of memories, I'm sure. Talking about children books today, ones that you really love. It's Rob and Liz on His Radio.
Yeah, make such memories. We got a couple of texts. Lindsay and Michael said, The Giving Tree. I know that brings up a lot of memories for people.
I think I recall that one.
Yeah, that was not one that we read a lot, but I do remember that one being one of those go-to books. But Brenda also texted in, and Brenda was talking, as well as Karen. They both texted in that they read books called Are You My Mother?
I remember that. I read that to my kids.
It is the sweetest. It wasn't one that I remembered until she said it, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
'Cause
duck.
It's a duck. Right.
Yeah, everything's its mother.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
because if you treat it kindly and it's a baby, it's just like little toddlers. You call some of the daycare workers mama. I mean, they just
true.
equate, you love me, you take care of me, you got to be mama.
So we're hearing from Janine at 800-447-7234. If I know this correctly, Janine, your grandson was just born, and your favorite book you packed up and gave it to him as a gift, right?
I live in Georgia, and they live in Ohio. So when I went home after all this pandemic stuff, we were able to travel and seen my grandson for the first time. I took the gift. Like, when he got the bag, he pulled it out, and he just, looked, and he was like, it was like looking at him when he was a child again. His face just lit up, and he was just like, "Oh my gosh, I love this book."
What was the book?
I Love You Forever. And he handed it to his wife, and this was like, I love this book. I hadn't seen a look on his face like that since he was a kid. He was just like, it went back in time. And when I seen it, I had tears in my eyes. I'm getting choked up now just thinking about it.
Yeah, how can you not get choked up? Because this is the book you read to your child.
It's so sweet.
And now he has it for his.
No, I'm just going to pass it on. It's the one I just bought for my daughter and her husband's new baby.
Don't
that'll
cry.
Be here next year.
Don't cry.
If I read this book, I will.
I don't want to deal with having the mascara thing again. Oh, running down the face.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
800-447-7234. You should see some of the texts that are coming in this morning because we started talking about children's books.
Yeah.
And some of the special memories that you have. Either your mom or dad read them to you read them to your kids, you're passing them along as well. 800-447-7234.
Tom texted and said favorite book was Max and the Big Fat Lie.
Do you know that one?
I think I read that to the kids, but I don't know. I may have to go back and look. Like, this is bringing up so many memories and very curious to see what some of these books are. So I may have to go check that one out.
You said Max and the Big Fat Lie?
And the Big Fat Lie.
Okay, I don't recall that one.
If Max tells the lie, I'm sure he gets caught somewhere.
Yeah.
And then we had somebody that texted in and said, The Velveteen Rabbits.
The Velveteen Rabbit?
Yes.
Sounds like a cheese.
That's Velveeta Rabbit. No.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole different book, Rob.
His morning crew.
Thank you so much for sharing your memories with us of those children books. That's what we've been talking about a little bit this morning. It's Rob and Liz, His Radio.
I bet some of us are going to be going into bookstores or ordering online some of these books that we're
Probably,
hearing about.
especially if you haven't read them to your own kids yet.
Oh, yeah, because I just picked up Love You Forever for the impending grandbaby that's on the way. I'm so excited.
Yeah, she's got a daughter who's expecting.
Yeah, so Charlene texted in and said Charlotte's Web and Call of the Wild are two of her favorite books from her youth.
That's nice.
Yeah, I love Call of the Wild. That's they just came out with a movie, Call of the Wild.
Can you tell me which one that is? That's a familiar book to me, but I can't picture it.
Yes.
I don't know why.
It is
Call of the Wild is what I'm talking about.
I know. I can't think of the dog's name now, and I just watched
there's a
this
dog in
movie.
it?
Yes.
Oh.
I hope I'm right.
That's
on
not
this
the one
book.
with the big monsters in it. And they're not scary monsters.
No,
it's just
not
a weird.
No, they're like out in Alaska or something like that. So I don't know. TJ, I think, may know what that is. TJ, what?
Yeah, he was. I think you were talking about Where the Wild Things Are.
That's
Rob.
it.
Oh, yes.
Where the Wild Things
okay,
Are.
Gotcha. That's yours. Call
Why
of the
am I
Wild is different.
mashing up all these books in my head?
Well, because there's a lot of monsters and big dogs and So I don't know. Clifford is not in that either, Rob.
No, I know Clifford.
Okay.
Clifford's like a big red dog,
red
right?
dog, right.
Okay.
So Charlene says those are two of her favorites. So Meredith, she said that she has Harold and the Purple Crayon, and she said the reason is it's the power of imagination. It's one of her favorites.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think
So
Ian, that was one of his in our video department.
Oh, really?
Loves that one.
What is it about that one, Ian?
That one came out, I think, around my time, back when I was a kid. I was born in 98. And it was about this little kid with a little purple crayon. He goes on all sorts of different adventures. And all the adventures are in his head, but imagination is all you need to have, like, a really cool little journey.
I'm sorry. The rest of that went blah, blah, blah to me when you said 1998 was when I was born.
Exactly.
I feel like getting my cane.
Charlene is setting us straight about Call of the Wild.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
What?
she said Buck is the name of the dog, and yes, it is in Alaska. So good, I was right on
Okay,
that.
well, look at that. See?
Not
She knows
Clifford.
her children's books.
I try.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I'm glad you're along with us at this time on His Radio. Kipra Anderson is joining us. This is a great organization that she's really spearheaded to help out a lot of healthcare workers.
Yeah, it really came about when the pandemic, I think, hit. Kipra is the most energetic, organized person I think I've ever met in my entire life. And she saw a need and said, we can do something about that. And she knew she couldn't do it herself. So she is bringing in volunteers. Kipra, what are you doing now with We Will Not Grow Weary?
Hey there. So, so we will not grow weary. Basically, a Facebook group of almost 2,500 people. It is awesome. So initially, we were taking food from restaurants to healthcare workers who are dealing directly with COVID-19 patients. Super, super busy and time consuming, as you can imagine, collecting money and making all that happen. Well, as all of us have gone back to our daily lives and we have less time, we're now putting the healthcare facilities that really are in need now, because of course we all know the cases are going up in this area. So we've listed them on a Sign Up Genius, and people can go in and choose to be their blessing team leader, if you will. And then they're responsible for gathering, whether it's notes of encouragement or just snacks or anything really. They can get a group of people to go out and do sidewalk chalk messages, but they're supposed to do that between 4 and 6 times now through September 30th. So a couple times a month, and just to let them know that we are thinking about them and we want to encourage them, and we appreciate everything they're doing and putting it on the line daily for the rest of us.
I'm so glad you took the initiative to do this. I mean, you could have said, okay, life is back to normal, forget it, this is way too much work. I mean, you came up with a great twist that people can still be involved in this.
Yes. And it was hard because you do want to keep serving. And when a healthcare worker actually brought it to our attention on our Facebook group that, thank you, she said, thank you so much for everything you did in the beginning. That was wonderful. We still have notes of encouragement from people hanging up in our rooms and stuff, but we just want to let y'all know now we're really in the trenches. And she really just asked for prayer and, for people to reach out and text healthcare workers that they know to encourage them, or maybe do things individually. But it also felt like a good time for us to jump back in. And it was like, ooh, how can we make that happen?
Yeah. And I love that you brought up that she said, prayer, because that is something that if you can't leave your home, say you're, just at a place where you can't get out, your immune system is compromised, man, you can be wherever you are and you can lead a group to pray, or you can do that on your own. So that's one of the things you're encouraging people to do.
Yes, absolutely. Never should we overlook what the power of prayer can do. And of course, we all know, everybody's getting bombarded with the messages and the wear the mask and don't leave and don't touch this and sanitize that and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. We're in a bit of a panic ourselves, but if we can take that energy and do something good with it, you know how it is, and take the focus off yourself and put it on someone else, things just feel better.
Wow.
So.
See why she's one of my favorite people in the entire world.
Okay, I have a feeling the mask you wear probably has bling on it. Would that be right? No?
No, maybe little flowers or something.
Flowers? What decoration you have on the mask?
No, I'm trying to step up my mask game. I was just doing the paper surgical mask.
Right.
And finally, I found a company that I love. And so I bought some from them, and they're super, super comfortable. So now I'm going to get some more.
So maybe. Is it a plain mask or what's on it?
It's plain right
now. It's plain. Oh, Kipra.
One coming. I know.
Kipra, you need one that has a great big smile on it, or a sunflower, or the smiley emoji, or something, because that is your personality.
Yeah, you don't drink coffee either, do you?
Oh man, no.
See, I thought she would, because she has so much energy.
Just natural.
No,
some people have. Oh, you do. Okay.
I do. No,
you're not like a dragging kind of feet person to me.
No, never. And I've known her for years and years and years. Never have I seen her down or exhausted.
If you happen to see this, by the way, with Kipra on our Facebook or on our blog, in the video replay, you'll notice she's in her office. Let There Be Mom has been an organization that Kipra has spearheaded, and such a neat organization. Yeah. Quickly, we don't have much time. Let There Be Mom does what for people who don't know?
Yes, so we help local moms and dads who have been diagnosed with life-threatening illnesses to set up their legacy for their children. So all the people live in the area, and they have children that are 18 years old or younger.
Yeah, they have a silent auction that begins tomorrow that you can get involved in and some other things as well. We'll have that all provided for you on our blog, and you'll see how you can be involved in that as well. Kipra Anderson, it's always a joy to talk with you. Thank you for having so much energy and for touching so many lives. You are an inspiration, Kipra.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Time to wear your mask.
Everywhere.
I know you know this already, but there are some places that are mandating it. Some states, it's okay not to wear a mask. Other states, you have to. You know exactly where it is, what you have to do. Now, Walmart and Sam's, no matter what state you're in, you have to wear a mask now. That starts on Monday.
Yeah, I think Starbucks is also the same thing. If you go into a Starbucks, not through the drive-thru, obviously, but in the store, you got to wear your mask.
The Best Buy?
Yeah.
As of yesterday, every Best Buy, no matter what state you're in, it's a company-wide thing. They're asking everybody wear a mask.
Well, I will tell you, I was at Sam's, maybe 2 weeks ago, and there was a line of probably 15 people waiting to get in, and I hadn't seen that in a while. Like, I was like, what's going on? Did they start giving samples again? Like, what's happening? Why is everybody lined up? And maybe half the people had on masks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It wasn't... Yeah, no.
Well, that's going to change.
Yeah.
Well, if they're outside, I can see.
Well, but they were waiting
to
to go in, and like they weren't holding them or anything.
Oh.
They were just in line waiting to get in, and there wasn't a mandate then, so that's going to change.
And then Costco doing the same thing.
Yeah. Wow. So there you go. You got to have mine's hanging. I never thought that I would have a mask hanging from my rear view mirror.
My wife does the same thing.
Yeah. It's the best way to keep up with it.
Well, it drives me nuts.
Why?
Because I can't see too much. I just don't like that mask just dangling there.
You're so tall.
I don't do it. Me, I'm not tall.
Okay, compared to me, you're very tall.
I was not going to say
How
that.
do you not see around it?
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Hey, are you a teacher? I know you're not, Rob.
No, I'm
really.
not a teacher.
No.
I'm the furthest thing from a teacher. I can't even teach an ant how to get a breadcrumb. It's horrible.
Luckily, we don't have to. But if you are a teacher, you're going to get a discount at Target. Normally, Target only gives the teacher discount. It's like 15% 1 week during the summer. They're going to make it for 6 weeks.
Oh, really? So the rest of the summer, basically.
Yeah,
Good.
pretty much. And so what they're going to do is 15% on back-to-school essentials. It starts July 19th. So what is that, Sunday? Is that right?
Yep, it is, because Monday's the 20th.
There you go. So it goes through August 29th. What is excluded, things like electronics. You can't go in and get 15% off a computer and things like that.
So do you have to, show a badge? I'm a teacher? Because, listen.
Yeah.
Now there's this homeschool thing that's coming for a lot of people now. That means every mom and dad that teaches their kid is a teacher.
Okay, what we're going to need to know from somebody that maybe works at Target or knows those rules, I did not think about that. The homeschool teacher, just as important, honestly.
Seriously, I mean...
And getting the discount for sure.
There's going to be some mom and dads teaching kids through this whole thing to assist the teacher that does it virtually.
Well, and because a lot of the school districts are making their own, I hate to say agenda, but their own mandates or rules about going back. Some are going to be in person, some are going to be virtual, some are giving you a choice.
What a crazy time.
I know. So a parent that, like me, never could be a teacher. But I'm going to have to help my son through this.
Yeah.
So is somebody at home, gonna...
It's a given, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Are they going to get the discount?
I'm standing for every teacher at home now.
Yeah, definitely. Home and in person. I mean, the ones in person are going to need different supplies.
Well, the teacher.
Yeah.
These
the one
are
with the master's degree.
Yeah, the one that knows how to do it and what they know.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
He is a way maker, and what you and I are going through right now, we're going to make it. I mean, and I know, all these masks and going to wash your hands and everything else. I know.
Just over it.
I just don't want to say that anymore. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. So to help, we thought we'd give you a backyard movie kit.
We can make it fun, more fun than you're having in the backyard already with your family. You can win a backyard movie kit. There's a projector. There's a tabletop popcorn maker, indoor outdoor screen, and we're even going to throw in the popcorn to get you started.
And not only that, But this week, there is a really cool family adventure. There's a little glamping going on. I think I let the cat out of the bag on that.
It's okay.
But that's happening tomorrow's Friday, isn't it? Summer Fun Friday is tomorrow, so you can register to win that right now if you text the word summer to 800-447-7234.
And we're giving these away like all summer long. Once you register that first time, once you text in right now and you get the link that takes you to get registered, you don't have to do it again. You don't have to do it every week. You're done.
Yep, that's a big question. Yeah. How many times can I register? Do I have to do that every week? No. Once you're in, you're in. Yeah, because we're doing this all summer long. Yeah. It'd be a pain to have to register every week.
Yeah, to keep remembering? I would never remember.
We're not going to do that to you.
One time.
HISRadio.com. You can register there. And if you have the My His Radio app open right now, you can register right through the app. It's Summer Fun Friday.
His Morning Crew.
What is it about the new Bronco that everybody's going bonkers over? I don't get it.
You don't?
No, I know it's a throwback. It's a throwback to the 1966 look of the Ford Bronco.
Yeah, my son texted me about it.
Oh, really?
He said, what do I have to do to get one of these? I said, get a good job.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm not getting you one.
So they have the normal model or the basic model, I guess you call it, and it's like $30,000 for that. Then they have this limited edition. And here's the thing about the limited edition. The limited edition of this Ford Bronco is already sold out as of yesterday morning. They just they released the news to us
2 days
earlier
ago,
this
maybe?
week.
Yeah.
And then as early as yesterday morning, the limited edition part of it, that's the one that cost $60,000.
Oh, okay, because it starts a lot lower than that, right?
30
just for the basic. Okay.
Half of that is for the baseline stuff.
So what are the bells and whistles on the limited edition?
Well, it talks to you, it speaks to you, it drives you and flies you to new locations.
Yay!
I don't know, actually.
Right? I mean, I'm sure it's
got more stuff in it.
Yeah, leather and the whole tricked out. There's one, and maybe it's all of, I don't know, but you have a hard top or a soft top that can be completely taken off, almost like a Jeep, correct?
Okay, yeah.
So maybe you pay a little more for that if it's a hard top.
Yeah, or just take a chainsaw to it and then take care of it that way.
You might not want to do that if you want down $60,000.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
Yeah,
people are going bonkers over the Bronco. You gonna get one yourself?
I never know.
Never say never, huh?
Right?
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
So I'm going through all these entries for Summer Fun Fridays because there's pictures and stories and stuff like that for Summer Fun Fridays, which, by the way, you could win a backyard movie kit. It's a projector, the screen, the tabletop popcorn machine, the popcorn maker. That is the popcorn maker.
And
the popcorn goes along with it. And I was looking at Leanne's entry.
Oh, yeah?
Which she said she sent a great picture along with it because it's the kids and dad fishing out of the lake, which is just so nice. That's what they're doing this summer. She said, we're playing in the pool with my nephews and taking them fishing. And so, this would be Uncle and the nephews.
That's cool.
Fishing at the lake, right at the shore. How nice is that? That's a good way to spend the summer.
Right, hanging out with the family. And the thing is, they could be in the backyard watching a movie. I don't know. What are they? They're probably into the Avengers. That's about how old they are. Maybe preteen to teenager.
You think so,
Yeah, so maybe they're watching Endgame or something like that for the first movie. If they win, because we're giving away another backyard movie kit tomorrow.
Yeah, so Liz and I'm Rob, by the way. That's Liz.
Hey.
Tomorrow morning, you might hear just after 8 o'clock us calling you.
Yeah, if the phone rings about that time and you don't recognize the number, pick it up.
Just pick it up. We're not going to be a robocall, I promise you. Summer Fun Fridays, the Backyard Movie Kit, a family adventure goes along with that as well. I'll give you a hint, glamping. Boy, that was a big hit. So go ahead and go online, HISRadio.com. You can use the My His Radio app or text the word summer to 800-447-7234.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
This is a familiar sound. It's the voting time for Survivor.
Yeah.
Who's going to go off the island? Well, it has been chosen. The votes are in.
Yeah.
And Survivor on CBS is not coming back.
No.
This fall.
I love that show.
Not coming back. Can I be blunt honest?
Go ahead.
I'm just going to be blunt.
Break it down.
I was tired of the show after the third season.
Were you third season?
It's the same thing over and over again.
Reinvented it a little bit. I just have a bond with Survivor because our family used to always watch together.
That was the family show,
and we only stopped maybe last year. The kids were just like, I'm kind of done. I still like it.
So you guys, it brings you a nice memory.
It really
It's the same plot.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's always, I don't see the difference in it. But a lot of people love it.
Yeah.
And so some people are sad that it's not returning in the fall, mainly because they had to shut down production when COVID-19 hit.
Right.
So I think the big question mark would be, is it going to come back after it's all settled?
Yeah, and it surprises me that you would not have been somebody who put an application in to be on the show.
People have asked me.
Yeah.
They go, why don't you do that?
Why
And they've even
wouldn't you
said
have?
American Gladiator.
I've had see that.
both. I've had both, American Gladiator and Survivor.
What about Ninja Warrior?
Oh, that's the one I meant.
Oh,
Not the Gladiator, but the Ninja Warrior.
Kind of scared me about the Gladiator. I've never seen that one, so I don't know.
There is that's an old throwback, I think.
Hand-to-hand combat or
yeah.
something. I
Yeah,
don't
that
know
is that.
Okay.
But no, you're right. American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah,
I've had both.
I can see you. Yeah,
I'd be the old guy now in that.
No, you would not. But still.
Yeah, I would.
But fit is fit is fit. You know, doesn't
Well,
matter how
we'll
old
see.
you are.
I got to get refit after this health thing that I just went through.
Hey,
but
we're all on a journey after everything the past couple of months.
I tell you.
But
so,
Survivor, I think you could do the social game as well as all the challenges.
What makes you think I would do that? My wife has said that at the beginning of those shows when they
Because I
came
think
out.
you're really good with people and you're very observant. So you would observe what other people are doing right and doing wrong and be able to, and I'm not saying because a lot of them lie.
They
to
do.
get through, but
Yeah.
I don't think you don't have to. It's been proven you don't have to.
I have a hard time lying because I feel so guilty when it comes out as a lie, you know?
And see, I think I would fall short with that. I would fall short in the challenges. I would never get over like climbing anything or. But yeah, no, I think you would do well. Because I think you could observe and know where your strength would be.
Ain't happening anymore because it's gone.
There'll
Not
be
coming
something
back
else.
that fall
I
at
will
all.
find you a new show. Well, American Ninja Warrior.
Okay, well, there we go.